If you are a fan of Cormac McCarthy and are interested in looking up the work he did as a student at the University of Tennessee in the late 1950s, early 1960s, you might want to check out the digital collections at the University of Tennessee Library in Knoxville. Um, uh, Cormac's two works of fiction that he wrote for a student magazine appear in the digital collections at the university. And I want to show you just how easy it has become to access um, the two short stories by Cormac before he became a famous, well-known, world-renowned author that many people have grown to love. All you need to do is type in UT Digital Collections as a search term. And you get the home page of the digital collections at the University of Tennessee. Now, I must say they've done a fantastic job of redoing the homepage to the digital collections. It is very user-friendly. Now, when I first tried to look up these two works by Cormac just 2 years ago, this homepage was not available. It was much more complicated, much more complex to get to the text I was looking for. Now, mind you, this is all on the Special Collections homepage. And these are obviously all the major collections that the university has digitized. There you see AG for other. I don't, like Cormac McCarthy, I don't believe the James A.G. papers and archives are at the University of Tennessee. I know some local friends of Cormac McCarthy from Knoxville, Tennessee. Their papers have been put into the special collections. I don't think they've been digitized yet. I saw at the Special Collections Library in person last year Jim Long's letters to and from Cormac McCarthy. Jim Long, an old high school friend of Cormac here in an old high school friend of Cormac here in Knoxville growing up, and the letters between them as Cormac became famous and took off for parts around the country. Stayed in touch with Jim Long. The name you may recognize if you're familiar with the name, if you've read Cormac's Suttree novel. Jim Long is a character in the book by name in Suttree. The Jim Long character is a character or is a name that Cormac McCarthy actually used in Suttree. Here is the Phoenix Magazine collection, and this is the This is the magazine, the student magazine that Cormac first was published in as a fiction writer. His work appears in the first two publications of the student magazine. Just look at 59. He also appeared in 1960, spring or winter, the following issue, I believe. And there it is there. Phoenix Fall 1959. This was the inaugural edition. It says Orange and White Literary Supplement. Now I don't know if it was a magazine sort of stuck into the student newspaper at the time, because it does say supplement. It doesn't seem to be a publication standing on its own. So I don't know if that was like tucked into the student newspaper when it came out or what. I know today the Phoenix magazine is still published on campus here in Knoxville, and you can pick up a copy of the Phoenix magazine. It's still led by students and still published on campus, but it's an independent publication. It is not part of the student newspaper. It is not a supplement. It stands on its own with its own newsstand on the university campus. And there you have it. There's the first copy of the first edition of the Phoenix magazine. Now you want to increase the page, go down to those little microscopes below, or decrease the size, increase the size, and there you see little magnifying glasses below will increase or decrease the size. Okay, and from there, then the arrows, it'll work like a Kindle. Okay. And there you see the contributors. C.J. McCarthy Jr. up first with Wake for Susan. Okay. And there you have it. Cormac McCarthy's first short fiction. First work of fiction. In print. The Phoenix magazine from the fall 1959. Very accessible to everyone. You do not need to be a student, just a fan of Cormac McCarthy, or anyone else who may have collections in the library at the University of Tennessee that have been digitized.